Welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode from Knowledge Uprising. And this series, what we're gonna be doing is doing one-on-ones. And I encourage everybody, if you would like to be on the episode and just give your sentiments and point of view of things and stuff that's going on in the world, as far as the community that you deal with and your personal sentiments, stuff like that. I'm Knowledge Uprising. I'm Lindsay, and this is one-on-one with 4 Black Righteous Folks home. And
Peace,
how
peace,
you
peace, peace, everybody.
how you doing out there?
I'm doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Got my shades on. I've been in my zone on my channel lately. I'm 3 months into it. I'm fairly new. I feel more confident about talking now. So I'm not as hesitant as I was, and I'm more motivated, I guess you can say, to express myself in hopes to inspire people to think about stuff differently or do things differently to help themselves and help our community prosper and change from the direction that we are going, which is not very good.
So what's your inspiration? Before I ask you the question I want to ask you, what's your inspiration to want to do this, to want to help everybody, to want to help the young brothers
Well,
and sisters, and possibly brothers and sisters that's me and your age, that's going through situations and going through things and they can't make sense of it.
okay, my past, I had been abandoned and I was in children's foster homes, group home on my own, struggled a very long time as a single woman and had a lot of issues with health because of all the stress and misdiagnosis and treatment and all that, and became homeless at one point and two times in my life, to where I didn't have no control, didn't have no family, didn't have no clue, didn't have no resources, and had to figure out by the grace of God and my will and my conviction to figure stuff out. But it was not easy. And I realized that a lot of people not are strong and as articulate as me and as forceful as me. When I'm fearful or worried, I move with a particular type of passion and vigor, like a panther or something. And I know that there's a lot of other people do the opposite of me. They freeze. They become paralyzed and they don't know what to do. And they're voiceless. And I feel like I want to help people on my platform who are voiceless, who have been traumatized, to somehow feel like they can maybe have hope to get up out of that, to strive or think to get out of that and not feel like that's all they got, because that's not the truth. They've been lied to, they've deluded themselves, and it's only because of the fear, and it's only because of them not sorting out their past and reconstructing their mind that they have disallowed their ability to change. And I want to inspire the hopeless and advocate for children and people that had health issues to break out of the cycle of not speaking and now find a voice to speak.
Yeah, I know that's right. So tell me a little bit about this poem I've been hearing about you did. It's called The Doomsday Party. First,
Yeah.
before you tell me the poem, like elaborate the inspiration from behind the poem, man, and what
Okay.
what made you want to do that poem?
Well, I
Because
had
it's an
broke my
amazing
foot.
poem. I must say that it's amazing. I have
Thank you.
heard it.
I broke my foot. um Almost lost my dog. I had bought a little basket to try her out on my bike for the first time, and of course an accident ensued and she ran away, and I tried to run after her, and through the mayhem of that I kicked the pole and broke my foot. 3 4 days later my foot turned green and realized I fractured a very important bone in my foot, and I was like instructed to stay in bed to the best of my ability, told really not to get the hell out the bed at all. So I was like, are you kidding me? It was like, really, do not try to get out as best you can, just the bathroom and back. And through that process, I really could not I don't have a TV. So all
You
I
don't
have
got
is
a
my
TV?
phone. I don't have a TV right now. It was stolen. So from the
Damn.
last place I was at.
Yeah.
So I just had this phone. Well, not this phone, but a phone. And all I had was YouTube. I never really been on YouTube before, just to look up music stuff because I songwrite. So I would look up instrumentals and I would look up
Tell everybody that's just tuning in now. Tell them your YouTube again.
Excuse me?
For everybody that's just tuning in now, tell them your YouTube again.
My YouTube is 4blackrighteousfolks home. My name is Shauna. And like I said, Shauna. And so I songwrite and stuff like that, and to help vent as well. And I forgot the question. I just kind of like got off. What was the question again?
We were talking about your poem, The Doomsday Party.
Oh yeah. So while I was in bed looking on YouTube, I started noticing for the first time about the so-called Black community. I started noticing supposedly about all the arguments and debates about us being indigenous or African, and Black women being wretched and weaves, and men feeling like they can be MGTOW and pimps and players and liars, and just all these different sentiments that does not help anything for us. And then also I heard about Chicago. Never knew about all the shootings that had been going on there. Never heard of Kanika
Wild West
Jenkins.
out there.
Yeah, I never heard of Kanika Jenkins and what happened with her in the freezer and her organs missing. That was the first time ever I was exposed to all that evil, like set up city, like malicious city, a lot of like just demonic stuff going on there. And I was riveted by how terrible all that stuff was and how nobody really was doing nothing. And all we were seeing on YouTube was a whole lot of battling back and forth over dumb stuff. And people were like ego tripping and debating over pointless points. And I was just like, this is like a cartoon, like Roadrunner, like I don't know, like Tasmanian Devil, like a whole lot of other types of cartoons that didn't make sense. And I was thinking to myself, ironically, I said, I could trip and make a better channel than them.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I told myself. And I was like, you know what? I've never told my story as far as foster care. And I don't think a lot of people have shared it, but I think a lot of people who have had that experience or might be on the verge of having a child go, maybe if I told my story, they would be influenced not to have their child go. Maybe they will rethink that. And perhaps the ones that were in foster care would feel inspired to not feel shame, because you have felt shame before. You felt like you weren't wanted, you orphan Annie, all types of talk like that. And, bastard, even though my parents were married, all these things were told to you that you had to carry. And I've gotten over all that kind of stuff. And I just feel like me speaking about how to get over that kind of stuff will enable people to finally come out of the shadows and face their demons like I have. I'm not saying I face all my demons, but I have certainly faced shame. I've faced guilt, and I've faced people that have harmed me. And that's a start.
Yeah, I know that's right. Sister. So let us hear the poem.
Okay. So this took me probably about 2 weeks to keep doing it. I wrote it so many different times because at first it was so long-winded. So I try to make it more poem-like. So I'll try to do it. I hope you can hear. Doomsday Party.
We can hear you.
Okay. Fault, not all, but far too many. Black folk lost in Doomsday party. Wide-eyed zombies led by shepherdless herding. Numerous empty-headed beings, shaming all, righteous black coppered folk included. Trademarked, sharing, damning, labels. How come? Droves unruly refuse to grow the fuck up. Men quick to bark out orders without adhering to anything righteous. Alas, doomsday party created. Twerking, jerking, foamed mouth like a rabid dog possessed. Shackled lowly, blacks perform fuckery antics. Hookups pretend, playhouse casually risque. Reality show imageries ruin confused youth early. Trick, dumbed down, females get pregnant, most likely left looking silly. Unprotected, overlooked, unloved. Meanwhile, straight bandit impregnates and sexing for fun. He runs through many ones, then he spits out like overly chewed gum. Max, pimps, players, devours, her essence, turning her into a Venus trap. Soulless anger, ratchetly loud and freakish. Attitude matches ghetto-ass living. She goes rogue, wearing it as a badge, aka black bitch, hood rat, ghetto bird, disparaged. Elites, props up, celebrity as our select role model idol. Then capitalize on black foolery, wearing them as a piece of jewelry. Shit demonic, y'all. Blame game swatted back and forth. Solutions, none, of course. Legions of women, ensnared, enslaved with child, minus a family unit. Scattered, wilding out, soon forgets child now. She wants out. When single moms raise children wrong, sex, touched, harmed, missing, murdered, whose fault? Just hers? Crafty lies handed out by experts. Excuse, confuse, hypocrisies, new Babylon. Odd, no call from self-proclaimed leaders to disrupt demonic partying either. Those lames bloated on power, wealth, with their own hustle agendas. Mindless parties saturate, bombard us. Ill effects are still ongoing. Disease compounds the situation with the trend. Down low black men hidden while he's pretending, sex and women spreading HIV. Damn. Common sense, respect, least required. Lost minds equals barren of wisdom. We got crimes galore. Murdering our own like playing tic-tac-toe. No one represents us anymore. The extended vacation leaders babbles the same old fucking song all year long. End time shows outrageous, widespread, wicked perversions. Swamp monsters hovering, preying over everyone. Yet they still use tattered, dusted speeches. For what? Obsession of money and the bling bling, like a child staring at a lit tree, dumbly dazed, glorifying evil doings, rap songs blasted with hypnotic sounds and beats supposed to make our demise better, really? Many getting jiggy with it. Jaded personas leveling the community, we exalt these beasts. Mocked by the entire world as lowlifes. Disdain made plain with harassments, false arrests, abductions, missing organs, lynchings, flat out killings, open season of folks being purged. Where is the righteous outrage heard? Sweet-lipped liars everywhere. Benedict Arnold's Blackened faces cooning it up. Useless baseless debates as blacks waste away, away, away. Missing is black marriages, hijacked by reckless dating practices, lies renamed traditions, cultural experiences, trends, movements, wicked. Arise, Lazarus, get up, zonked out, lost sheep. Look around, scapegoated by evil ones who wants us done. Righteous, align with like-minded, weed out demented demons, speak truth, unapologetic, reform, return to cleanliness, community unity, take a stand and change. If not, you chose white supremacy, idolatry. Please stop doomsday party. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. There you go.
That was a deep ass poem. To everybody that just tuning in, this is Shauna from 4 Black Righteous Folks Home. Shout out to her. She just got done reading her poem Doomsday Party. And yo, that was strong as hell. Damn, that was powerful.
So that's okay.
No, we're going ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
What I'm saying is, so that kind of sets the premises of how I'm going to answer my questions, because that's how I think. Everything I said is exactly what I'm feeling, what people were doing, how things have evolved, and how we need to get things together somehow. So I was kind of saying what I see and saying what I feel, how we can help ourselves kind of collectively.
The reality and how some people are stuck in these realms, and these realms influence them, and it's just all kind of crazy behavior. Yeah, I understand.
Yes. We got to snap out of it. We're not in the 80s and the 90s no more, and we don't have the luxury to be acting like we got all this time in the world. They're setting up everything in play and in place. And when they come for us, no one's going to be prepared. And we're going to be just sitting ducks to be shot and slaughtered and rounded up like cattle. And that's fucked up, that we're not going to fight or try to do something to help ourselves get out the way, or do something for an opportunity to be better off than what it looks like now.
Yeah.
We know what's coming.
Yeah. And we just got to accept it. Now, you told me you are indigenous. So explain like why some people like to say African American. And we all are relative when we say black, because indigenous can relate to that, and people that call themselves African Americans can relate to that. So
I'm 47, and I remember when Jesse Jackson first brought up that word for the very first time ever. I was 16 years old, and when he said it, I got pissed, because I remember being I don't think I was a Negro when I was young, because I was born in 71, but I know that we were called Negro, colored, what else? Black. It's like every 20, 30 years they change our fucking name.
Yeah, they changed it. Yeah.
And I'm saying, how convenient when he goes for presidency that he comes up with this term, and it was not on his own doing. So to me, it was
so what you think influenced that effort? What you think influenced that them two words, and it became the symbol of people with melanated skin that were born in America, African American?
I think that he was told by some higher up person, elitist, to instill that word, to approve that word for us to have change, to have us be connected with Africa as a means to do what they're doing right now, and making us be confused on what loyalties we should have. And I'm saying indigenous for the fact that this is all I know. And there is no reason for me to think on another country that has never done nothing for me, and I've never done nothing for them, and I'll never be going there. And what's going on there, there's nothing I can do to change it. Men that have said, oh, we can go over there and help them out. You're not doing nothing here. So how are you going to go there and help them out? What sense does that make to say you're not doing nothing here, but you can go to Africa and make things right there? That is stupid. And when someone said that, I was like, come on, dude, you're in La La Land. You know, that's when people are like playing dumb. They're making up stuff to make themselves sound good. We don't have time for ego stroking, lying bullshit. That's not realistic. That's not something you're going to do. So stop the bullshit. Stop wasting our time with lies.
Cool. So, tell me your thoughts on the conscious community, far as on YouTube, the Black conscious community, and the ups and downs of that, the drama, the good and the bad, and just your perspective of it.
Well, I feel that there's some people that's in there that has good, ideas in their platform, and they do a good thing to tell the truth as far as what the government is they're up to. Like the HARP, like the CERN, like the stuff that they're spraying overhead. What is that called?
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails are like the water that's messed up in Japan. People have been talking about stuff like that. Radical Sister's been talking about that.
In Michigan, Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan, their water going on. So
I like seen an article the other day, since we're talking about water, and I hate to digress from what I just asked you, but I seen that water has been linked to having drugs in it. Yes.
Fluoride for sure.
It was having fluoride. It was having antibiotics and all kinds of stuff in it.
Oh no!
Traces of that, yeah. So people have been
in Flint. In Flint?
I believe it was 20 states from the article I read. Yeah.
Dang, they really going out their way to mess us all the way up. But even the vaccinations and the flu, there's going to be some issues behind that. I'm suggesting, like, I have another page from the one that this is, and there's only 2 videos on it because for some reason when I did my first video, which is this poem that I just read, it got frozen somehow. I accidentally pushed something because it was in my pocket, and it hit something and it locked my phone from video taping for 3 months, and I did something and it went back to working. So I talk about flu shots and immunization shots. And I remember when I was in the hospital just recently, people were just floating around asking you if you wanted a flu shot. I mean, they're like adamant about people getting flu shots. And I'm telling people, y'all better be careful. Y'all better don't do it. Don't do immunization shots. Don't do flu shots. Look up Bill Gates as far as what he did in Africa and how they're planning on depopulating America and everywhere. And the water, like you're talking about, is one of the ways in weakening people's immune system, because when they make a superbug, the antibiotics are not going to be working. You're going to be resistant. So you're going to get sick and die. So that's why they're doing this kind of stuff. And that's why we need to be up on building our immune system, eating better, getting pure water, learning on what herbs or what to take to help flush out, the organ that cleanses stuff, and look up on that stuff. I used to know that kind of stuff.
Do you eat meat?
Huh?
Do you eat meat?
I do eat meat, but I should not. But right now, I just got out the hospital like 3 weeks ago, and I had a real bad episode with dehydration, and I had a Crohn's flare, which I had lost a lot of weight, and they pumped a lot of medicines in me, and I was jacked up for a while, and I'm coming back right now. But it almost shut down my kidneys. They thought my kidneys were gone, but it was because I had no water in my blood or my body at all. So I was totally without any fluid in my body. So, huh?
Dang, you was totally
So
dehydrated.
I was totally dehydrated. I went from the urgent care via the ambulance to the hospital and stayed for 4 days. So I was in a bad way. And in those 4 days, I came to realize, a lot of things I did caused this to be because of my broken foot. I was drinking too much to accommodate being, stuck in the bed, and I was eating too much because I was depressed, and that didn't help my condition because I wasn't moving around. And so I'm having all this extra food that my body is not able to handle, and over time it caught up and it got my ass. So I had to realize I can't be no glutton. That's not working out for my condition, and I need to change because that's a sin anyways. So that's why I gave up alcohol, and I'm trying to give up more meat, but I can't give it up cold turkey because I feel like I would feel weaker. I don't know. It's just hard for me to cook without meat. So um, somebody gonna have to give me some recipes, or I'm gonna have to learn how to. I don't know. Figure out. That's a hard topic for me. But I can't. I'm not frying food, but I'm probably eating more meat than I should. But right now, that's where it is.
What
But
meats do
I
you
am
eat?
eating. Huh?
What meats do you eat? Did you celebrate
I love
Thanksgiving?
lamb. I love lamb. I did make some grilled fish. I made some grilled salmon and a trout for the first time. I didn't really care for that though. I love lamb, and I made like boiled chicken. I made like what I make? I made soup before, like with some chicken and stuff like that in it one day. So I'm trying to eat with a little bit of rice. I try to make my dinners a little bit more homemade if I can, instead of just going out to eat, because that's better for you. And then I'm taking black seed oil. I forgot to take it yesterday and today, but I'm gonna take it before I go to bed because that seems to have helped with my digestion more. And also apple cider vinegar, taken like in warm water and honey and a little bit of like lime or lemon, helps with your digestion after you eat. And it also helps you lose weight. And it also helps with high blood pressure, any clots or anything that you have, it helps eat it away. So that's what I know for sure.
Okay. So tell me your thoughts on Africa and far as not all our people or our people coming from Africa and the state of us in America.
I think that our focus should stay in America and not concern ourselves with Africa, because that is not our fight. That's a distraction again. We have people that are not from here who are rallying to tell us we are from there and that we should be more concerned with Africa than here. And if they're so concerned, why aren't they running their ass there to go live? I ain't seen nobody get on no plane to go live there to talk shit via the web as they live there. So why the fuck are they telling us and talking to us about Africa? Can y'all please explain that to me? That's all I gotta say. So that is not
So
anything that
so
I'm
so
cons-
so
huh?
tell us why we should be more focused on America, where we stand at in these states other than Africa.
Because we're from here and we're looking at what's going on with us. We have people being lynched. We have, like I said in my poem, we're dying. We're being targeted. People are getting away with murdering us. Cops are able to go to someone's apartment and say she thought it was her place and kill a man in cold blood. We are being treated as if we're insects, as if we're roaches, as if we're ants. And I think that we should be concerned about our survival than people that are so far away and they may or may not be related. And I don't give a damn because I got to worry about me here and the people around me here, because the people around me here can be my friend or my enemy while I'm trying to survive here.
So, what are your thoughts about all these school shootings and just mass shootings going on throughout the U.S. right now.
With white people or black people, mostly white, right?
Yes.
Well, they got mental issues, obviously, and I think some people are probably that. What's
So
that?
why do you think that when situations like that happen, they like to say that's the cause of it, but then us we get thrown in jail and saying, "Oh, we just this
Yeah,
sadistic murderer."
they use kitty gloves when it comes to those people. They try to make up some nice little phrase for them, and all that is white supremacy. All of that is programming us or inciting us or attempting to incite us. But for some strange reason, it really does not, because we know it's very disrespectful to hear that cop that didn't go to jail for killing that guy in cold blood and all these other people that do all these crimes like at high schools and stuff, and they never get murdered. They get captured and go to jail and live to see another day. And then you have a black man running away and getting shot in his back, or you have a kid that's getting targeted by a Mexican dude for having a hood on and is shot in cold blood, talking about he was a threat and you got the fucking gun in your fucking hand. So all these excuses are used conveniently, and anything is flying in regards to harming us. So that's why I'm saying the Africans that are here should be acting like they give a damn about what's going on with us. But as far as I can tell, I haven't seen African people act like they give a damn about what's going on with us here. Only thing I saw Sinetta talk about was what happened at the nail salon when those two people got beat with the mops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really didn't hear him say anything that's been going on with what's going on in the community. They only talk about this debate about Africa, and it's nothing but a distraction. It's nothing but a waste of time. It doesn't make a damn difference whether I call myself blue and you call yourself red. What difference would it make? You got black skin. When they see your black ass, they're gonna target that black ass or head. So what is it going to resolve to call yourself indigenous or black? I really don't care. All I'm saying is I'm team indigenous. You can be team Africa and we can be on the same side. We're playing all-star in this motherfucker, but we got to survive while we're here from what is going on against all of us. But I ain't seen Africans act like they're on our team. Have you? Or am I tripping?
No, I haven't. Now I'm not gonna lie. Africans, their mentality of us, because I interact with some of them throughout my day, and this one guy told me he was like they look at us like we've been blessed with all these opportunities to be an American, and we don't do nothing with the opportunities. All they see is just all this negative stuff and our music that we make, which is rap, hip hop scene, and the provocative ways our women dress and dance, R&B, twerking and stuff like that. And then our influence on social media we give to other African Americans or melanated people or copper colored people, ebony people that's in America. They influence them, and then it spreads like a program, and it's like how they say, like, you put one roach in a house and it just spreads everywhere, and next thing you know, the whole damn house got roaches. They say it spreads like that. So what's your thoughts on that?
Us spreading, like getting killed, you mean?
Well, just like far as, because like how the Africans perceive us. So if they perceive us,
I think they look down on us. I remember when I was in college at Cincinnati University, and this guy from Kenya, he was calling himself like tutoring me and stuff like that. And I guess he had a crush on me or whatever. And he was acting hella possessive, and I wasn't even dating his ass. We just had one session where he tutored me, and he was mad because I was talking to a guy that was passing me by, and he was talking crazy afterwards. And I was like, dude, I can't talk to you no more. We're not even dating. What the fuck's wrong with you? But the point is, the other ones that I had talked to, they always was like, we got jobs, we got We got wives, we got a house, we own our stuff, we dress this, we do that. We're not lazy. We make things happen. But I think that they come over here and get money to come, and they don't have any barriers to do what they do and get licenses that we do not get. So they benefit off of civil rights and the black card, and then they get the foreign card as well, and then they turn around and talk shit like we have the same opportunities as they had, and they had 2 bonuses over our asses. How dare they? That's my opinion. How dare they?
I feel you on that. And then they look down upon us also because they say we speak the white man's language. We speak English. They say over there, the only like a couple people from Ghana that I talk to on a daily basis. They say the only time they speak that is in school. That's the white man's language. And yeah, they say it's the white man language. So they look at us like the white man.
And they were proud to say that we have our language and y'all don't have your language. So yeah, I've had my fill of African guys. I remember there was this one African guy I worked with, and he had the nerve to tell me his wife just had a baby, and they have like a tradition where you can't have sex with the wife when she first have her baby for so many days. And he had the nerve to ask me as if I could have sex with him. I was like, I don't give a yes. I said, I don't give a fuck about you. This was many years ago. This had to be about 10 years ago. But I was like, I don't give a damn about your tradition, and I'm not gonna be your damn hoe. Have you lost your fucking mind, dude? You tripping. But so they are very, very disrespectful to their wives. And but they do work and make money. They do work more than one job, and they have several hustles. And I don't think a lot of them are very honest either, but they know how to make money. That's for damn sure.
So what's your so give me your ideas and your thoughts on what we could do to uplift the black community and just spread the knowledge, this indigenous knowledge that
well, people ain't gonna like to hear this answer. Because it is
just like tell us your truth. Tell us what got you. Tell us what got you here, and tell us what you think, as far as a community,
changing my perspective, changing my priority. Instead of me thinking about being a gay woman, that was I changed in 2010 from that lifestyle. But what I'm saying is, if you caught up in the hobby or the lifestyle, that's your priority, and you put everything towards the priority. You only think about hanging out with your friends, drinking, and trying to be with the girl and trying to live and evolve your life around that situation, and you don't see nothing else but that lifestyle and that relationship. I had to change from that because I felt like that was an endless and that was a dumb dead end situation for me, because the relationships never was long term, and you dissipated from that lifestyle because you figure it wasn't getting you nowhere. It was getting me nowhere.
It was a dead end road,
and I didn't have nothing to show for it. And I felt like too many years was elapsing to where I was becoming old and looking older, and I could not allow myself become an old grandmama looking person as a lesbian with nothing to show for. So I had to figure I needed to do something new, and maybe I needed to change. So that was the beginning of me stopping that situation and turning to look to be righteous. But my dilemma was I didn't like religion. I don't believe in religion because I feel like people they worship the pastor.
Now a lot of people like to say righteous, and righteous is in accordance with religion, because you feel like if
not necessarily to me.
So that's why I was getting to, like, break down like your ideal of righteous.
Being righteous is just doing right. Like, I know I shouldn't be stealing stuff if I come to your house. I know I shouldn't be trying to sleep with you when I know you're married.
Yes.
I know I shouldn't be trying to poison you because I want to see you die.
Yeah.
I know that I shouldn't be trying to fondle kids and do bestiality. So
Yeah.
I don't need a preacher to tell me this. I know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think, to be fair and be honest with myself and what the circumstance calls for, the best way to be right in that situation is to try to be as right as possible. That's called righteousness to
Okay.
me.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. So before we end the show, I see you got locks. What's your influence behind the natural look? And tell us the most important thing in life that you learned so far.
Um, Getting my hair like this, actually it happened when I turned 40. My hair was highly damaged from not taking care of it right, wearing too many hats, um, it breaking off from perms and trying to get it braided and all that kind of stuff. And so I decided I was just gonna cut it all off where it was dead and
Yeah.
start all over again. And I started twisting my hair and it
Yeah.
started looking decent and people started complimenting me and it just started growing. I started buying different products to make it grow and get healthy. And I just started learning how to do my own hair for the first time ever in my entire life. And I was shocked. I was like, I never knew how to do my hair. And I'm all of a sudden just doing it like I know. And I
Yeah.
just did it. So it's liberating to not have to have somebody do my hair, and it's liberating to have different styles that I made for myself and matched for my face, and it's natural so no one can clown my hair, and it's my shit. So I enjoy the fact that I did it, and I enjoy the fact that it's my hair, and I enjoy the fact that I don't have to worry about having chemicals and all that other stuff in my hair. So I'm kind of proud of myself.
Okay.
So are
So
you asking me what I feel about weaves?
oh well, you can tell me. You can elaborate about that and tell me your thoughts on that too. Hell, why not?
I mean, I wouldn't wear weaves because of people becoming bald behind it.
So what about
And
sew-ins, weave, all that, braids?
yeah, it's just like it's on your scalp. It's very tight and it's very damaging to the scalp. And I think it costs a lot of money. And I just don't think that it's worth it to me to spend so much money for a risk of ruining your scalp and your hair. So I
Yeah.
think a wig would be better for women to do because you can keep and maintain your hair underneath the wig so that you can grow your hair out to be healthy and eventually
Yeah.
have your hair. But with a weave, you're putting all that stuff to your scalp and you're stitching it in and you're really risking harming your edges and harming your hair. So for me, I wouldn't do it because it's too much of a risk to damage your scalp. But I understand a lot of women are busy and lazy and they don't know how to really do their hair, and also they just don't feel confident in their skin. They don't feel beautiful. They haven't been told all their life that they're cute, so they feel that they need something to make them look more accentuated, and so they feel like the weave makes them feel more womanly and more accepted in this society. And it's unfortunate. It's just a sign of a confidence issue with a lot of women, not all, because there's some women that just look good with weaves. You know what I mean? They look good with weaves, and and that's something that they like to do. Not all, but I'm saying a large part of the people that are doing weaves have a confidence issue. And there are certain ones that just look good with weaves and they can get away with it. And so that's what we got going on. I can't hear you. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, I meant to ask you your thoughts on the state of the black man and the black woman
Oh,
right now. Yeah, yeah. See, you forgot. Remember, we were supposed to build on that, and I forgot to ask you about that.
Oh, the state of the black woman and black. Okay. I was just talking about this. If you want to go to my video, people, I talked about, what did I say? Um, Something about black women and black men kind of warring and why. I just feel like men and women, men don't want to listen. They think a lot of times they already know. And they want to be a man so much that they want to start the conversation to the very basic when this is not a basic situation. Like something so serious as a flood, you wouldn't talk about it as if it's a drain problem, a drainage problem. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of men just make things basic to try to take over the conversation and start it from a perspective that is brand new, but it doesn't call for that conversation because it's too serious for that conversation to be basic, and they need to just get over their ego and catch up to what's going on now and act like where we are and talk honestly and openly and not as if things are okay and nothing is that bad. Because a lot of men want to make stuff seem like it's a figment of people's imagination. And we know that is a lot more than what they're making it seem like. And it's just disingenuous to try to make us sound like we're idiots and we're complaining and whining when we're fucking telling the fucking truth. So I don't respect men distracting from telling the truth and making up as they go to try to just sabotage the conversation because they're ego tripping. And so when that goes on, you don't have a resolution and you wasted your time. And most of the time you're arguing about nothing. You're not resolving anything. You're not getting the understanding. You're not getting awareness. You're not getting anything to follow up on, to research on, to think on or ponder, to add to. It's just a battling situation. And where does that take us? You know, I think the battling situation is just people not being honest and transparent, both men and women. But I'm saying men mostly because they're supposed to be the leader. They're supposed to be the example, but they're hiding it behind facades and lies and personas and ego. And you can't have it both ways. You can't hide behind an ego and then expect us to just ride with the lie of the ego or how you vibe right now. That's not going to work with the reality of what we're dealing with. You know what I mean? Just keep it basic. Be yourself. Don't try to ego trip. Don't look for stroking of the ego. Don't think a woman has to sit up there and cuddle you and rub your belly and rub the top of your head to have a conversation with you, because it's too serious. We don't have the luxury to be giving you boasting your ego and making you feel all cozy inside. And I don't like that, you know. And then when I talk this way, I'm a basher. No, I'm just being frank and blunt. I'm not wasting time. Don't add more than what it was, you know? But they're so used to women being, oh, I don't know. Can you help me out with this? You know, oh, let you go. And no, we don't have time for all the orchestration and animation and all the bullshit. Just tell it like it is. Get over yourself and let's get to work and talk. You know, can we do that?
I know that's right. I know that's right. So tell us something that could probably that help lift the sisters up and build and help elevate them and help them to do better with themselves.
Well, they got to talk. They got to have a voice. They got to feel more comfortable coming out like me. I know that in the beginning I was too shy. I was like, I'm too fat right now. My foot's broke. You know, I'm looking older, all this and that, all these excuses. But it's not about how you look, it's what you're talking about. It's about your intentions and it's about your motivation. And I just feel like women are really needed because there are good men, but there are a lot of men that are ego tripping and they really want to be stroked and they really want their PayPal, whatever it is, to be paid. And they're looking for popularity and they're looking to be the next Sinetta. They're not looking for the betterment of the community. And we really, as women, are the ones that are not trying to really go in that direction, maybe a few, but we really want to help the community or at least be honest about what we are noticing in the community. And we need to speak more instead of being discouraged and told, oh, we look a certain way or we rocking weaves or we're not married or we don't have children or we don't have a man. We're, all these stupid, typical talking points that men bring up that's supposed to shut a woman down when they don't have nothing else better to say.
I know that's I know that's right. You went in right there. To everybody that's tuning in, how you doing? Welcome. We're doing a one-on-one with Shauna, 4 Black Righteous Folks Home. Now, tell us the most important thing in life you learned thus far in your 47 years.
I've learned to always never stop and always believe in the Most High and also believe in yourself. When I had my episode from the hospital, it happened so fast. And when I was told I had kidney failure, I didn't believe it. I activated my thinking towards that. I turned that whole thing around. I'm still dealing with the side effects of medicines, but I've turned it around miraculously by the grace of God. But I truly believe when you act on faith, you have to do an action, thinking and acting on the thought of faith. It's not just enough to you have to be like, I don't believe you. I said it out loud. I said it in my mind for her to hear it. I acted upon my faith and I made it so. And we do have to be more warriors and believe more in the Most High than we have, because we are supposed to have power and we're supposed to activate the power. But we sometimes want to be hidden. We want to be fearful. We want to wait for a leader. We want to wait for the preacher to tickle our ear. And we have everything we need within us. And we just have to let God use us and stop doubting. Stop being a barrier to yourself. I have to get out the way of myself and just let go and let God. That's what I'm doing. I'm stepping out of my fear, my phobias, facing all my demons, believing what I'm doing is helping somebody. If not right now, I'm coming.
Yeah, I know that's right. I enjoyed this broadcast and I enjoyed this
Are you
one-on-one.
online where people are seeing us? Because I can't see like anybody talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask them if they got any questions or anything.
So far we got Huey P. Nuisance. He said, "What's up, family?" And we had when boredom sets in. He said, "What's up, family tree?" Nobody else
Oh,
has
there's not
said
that many.
nothing. Yeah,
Oh,
we
so
got
you
three
have like 3
viewers.
people? There's only 3 people?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you interviewing me. Maybe we can do a panel if you wanted to do that another time. That'd be cool with me.
Yes,
But
yes, most definitely.
again,
I gotta get you on a panel. I gotta get you on a panel.
this is 4 Black Righteous Folks Home. I have 2 channels, and I'm primarily trying to help the community to from abandonment issues to abuse to neglect to pedophilia, anything like that as a child. As a grown-up, we still have to work through the demons and face our past to become who we should have been because we were robbed, and come out of all that to be warriors of God and to be true within the truth that God revealed to us to reveal to the world, and not to be scared no more because we are somebody. And despite what people have said, love yourself above anybody and put God ahead so that he can elevate you above haters. Bless up and thank you all. Please subscribe and check me out. I have a lot of content. I just started 3 months ago and I'm just getting started, just warming up.
Hold on before you go. Huey just said, "Nah, just listening, sister." And when boredom sets in, said, "What is your advice for people struggling with activating faith?"
Okay. I was in a dark place when I wasn't healing back in 2008, and I really kind of gave up on God for a while. How to activate it, man, you have to find glimmers of hope to help you, like maybe walk and look at the sky and hang out with, looking at the clouds and having the sun touch you and just touch your face, and you just hang out there and meditate a little bit and think on the peace that you feel and kind of like center yourself and breathe a little bit and just think about what you're going through. And maybe if you have a family member that you can vent to. I used to have a great uncle that he was older in years. I only met him one time, but we formed a relationship on the phone to where I was able to vent to him and express all my darkest and deepest conversations raw, like cuss and all that, to the very core of crying and screaming and all that. And he let me do it. And I was able to figure stuff out like a soundboard. He was like my soundboard. So I was able to bounce off ideas and thoughts and anger and emotion to untangle what was going on in my mind. And then I had a crystal clear answer after I did that. Somehow it came back to an answer. It came back. So if you can find somebody to soundboard off of, or like I say, find an isolated area to find glimmers of God, the sun, being alone and meditating, nature, walking, riding your bike, somewhere where you can be alone in solitude and think things through and walk and get a little exercise to vent and get some of that out. Maybe play racquetball, maybe jog, maybe walk, but, center yourself. Then take a nap, wake up, maybe take a bubble bath with some candles and some jazz, but keep centering yourself, baby yourself, love on yourself. And then think on the betterment of what you can come up with while you're loving on yourself. And that's the best way that I can advise you. Hello? You have to unmic.
Yeah, I had to hit it.
Okay. But did he understand what I was saying?
Stop acting. What they say? Stop attacking black to us as a people. Stop attaching black to us as a people. He said, good answer.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Huey was saying we got to stop attaching black to us as a people.
What does that mean? Attaching, you kind of went out.
He said, stop attaching black to us as a people.
He don't like the word. He don't like the word black. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, Huey's not quite fond of that.
Okay, well, he can call himself copper. I don't mind say black and copper, actually.
Okay.
But anyways, it was nice talking with you. I hope that we can do panels. I noticed that you had a lot of guys on your panel last night. I was like, man, you had like 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, man. Anytime I do a panel, I like I said, I always want people to come in. The more the merrier.
How many females do you have though? Just 1 or 2?
Man, I don't have no females on the panel. I ain't even had my wife on the panel yet.
I'm gonna be arguing with all these alpha dudes. You gonna put
Hey,
me in the pit? You gonna put me in the pit with dudes?
uh, it'd be an awesome panel. It'd be an awesome panel. It'd be an awesome
Okay,
panel.
well, I would start off with like 2 or 3 at a time, not maybe 6 or 7. That's probably like an overkill because somebody's not gonna like my conversation.
Yeah,
Somebody ain't gonna like it.
it's over there on the stairs.
So, anyways, I hope everybody bless up and check me out on my channel. Um, I hope to do more of the panels and stuff and grow. But this was a good build. Thank you so much for having me on, and we can do this soon.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. And I'll let you know. And if I can possibly get some people on later, we can possibly do a panel. But if not, tomorrow you never knows. But
Okay,
I most definitely got to
tomorrow.
get you on there
What's
one day.
tomorrow? Is tomorrow Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah, Sunday will be better because I'm starting to get a little tired. I'm gonna take my dog out and probably go to bed. My eyes are looking a little heavy. I feel a little
All,
heavy.
all right. I appreciate you taking out time to come do this one-on-one. Again, this is the first episode. Everybody subscribe to Shauna's YouTube. And shout out
Thank
to
you.
Huey for coming in the building. Huey, I got to do a one-on-one with you too, brother. That will be a electrifying video. So
All
until
right.
next time, peace.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bless up.